Froggen and Wicked's burst that we've seen there. Well, this turret in the bottom lane for Alliance still alive, funnily enough. There's about a third of its health remaining. And it looks like Super Hot Crew's bottom lane hanging around here, but we're thinking about recalling. They see Froggen stood on top of a ward, and that's not something they can contest with at all here.
No, definitely not. Great ward as well. The moment Froggen was killed in the top lane, Mixer actually moved from the lane to the river, placed a ward just in front of that tri-bush, almost anticipating the move down to the bottom lane. And it reveals Froggen. Immediately, Mr. Riles and Mixer back off. They put another ward in the river to, prevent anybody surprising them. And even though the pink was used there from Nif, it's very good decision-making from Mr. Riles and Mixer. They're setting themselves up very, very nicely in these opening 20 minutes.
So where are the next plays going to come down? Blue buff is up over on the Alliance side. Froggen has already thought about moving down there, but sees that his jungler actually has just finished off red, and Shook will be coming out of the base here with an extra pickaxe added into his arsenal. Red did go over to Impaler a little bit earlier on as well, so red buffs both in the hands of the junglers. We can see that Vi is actually coming towards mid.
Well, we'll see how she makes this one work. Does have Assault and Battery. Without having Distortion available, Froggen could be at risk of getting caught out. I think Moob's just not baiting that one out well enough. In terms of the itemization, still no GP10s. As I said, the GP10 just picked up the Mixer very, very late in the game, 20 minutes down. But we're seeing a haunting guides here for Nif's Annie. No boots either. So he's content to sit on this tower, content to let Tabs to farm up, and waiting to try get some of that burst. And hopefully, with the help of Shook or Froggen, that's going to be enough burst to pick up kills.
Yeah, I think that Coin obviously coming in so late into the game, more about what it builds into. The talisman by the end, obviously give them that movement speed and get Mundo at the front, get Vi in there as they going on towards Tab. That's a ton of damage. Flash is coming back and Shook is there. Well, here is Impaler on the bottom side as well. The culling does come out, and both teams coming away losing no men.
Not yet, but now Mima, ooh, that's a lot of damage from Froggen, and a lot of summoner spells burning their bottom lane. Both of the duos burning their flashes and barriers, only an ignite sitting on Nif, and I actually think Tabs may have tried to bait that hook out. I think he wanted to get caught and then got surprised by the amount of burst that went down. We do see now Shook and LeBlanc coming in on moves.
Oh, he could be in trouble here. And by could, I mean he definitely is from this one. He's going to try and head north, but that won't get him away from things. It's actually going to be a kill and a turret there coming in the bottom lane.
So a kill secured for for Alliance, but a tower secured for Super Hot Crew. I think that works out in favor of Super Hot Crew. They've alleviated that objective now from Alliance, and it's going to allow Mr. Riles and Mixer, I think, to start roaming. You can see the play that Alliance wants to make. They want Shook and Froggen moving around the map. They want to look for an opportunity where they can fight a 2v2, 3v3, win with a kill very quickly, and then push a lane out. With Dragon up in 1 minute, I think they'd have to roam bottom now. I think they have to apply some pressure, get vision control, and challenge for this Dragon. They can't give up a third one in a row.
Well, Nif has already started to get the vision down there on that side. The Trinity Force is already complete as well for Tab, so that makes him feel a little bit more comfortable once these fights come around. The top laners do both have their teleport ready as well, so they'll be able to get involved when that Dragon comes up in 40 seconds time.
The one thing we are noticing once again with regards to builds is just the very early Void Staff here from Froggen. There's not a huge amount of magic resist on the side of Super Hot Crew, so that's going to amplify his damage even more against these squishies. He may have even avoided the Ring of Wards. A great lantern there for a Mixer, just revealing his position. I mean, Froggen had snuck himself in there. He'd avoided the pink ward behind the Dragon Pit. Super Hot Crew just responded to that just on a gut feel. Mixer saying, hang on a minute. We haven't seen LeBlanc, and a very good lantern.
Yep. Making sure that they don't get caught out by that one. If you look at the gold, it's not really much of a difference between them. About 200 it's sat up right now. We've seen already Wicked come down towards this middle lane. So it seems like Alliance want to challenge for this Dragon. That will be started off already.
Yeah, they've got better positioning as well because Wicked's here without needing to use the teleport. I don't know if Super Hot Crew can challenge without maybe trying to steal, and they're not going to work.
Impaler's actually inside of the Dragon Pit there. He has to flash away from it. In the meantime, Mima takes down the top turret at the same time.
Now, Alliance need to make a decision and react to this. Wicked could teleport top to defend, or they could try to do a 5-man on the tower. They've caught Impaler.
Caught Impaler out, but Froggen actually missing the leash from that one. They've got positional advantage here, though, and they're going towards Mixer. There goes Tibbets. Mixer falling low. Culling actually coming out, but Mima is there now. The jump actually will get Shook the kill, and they could keep going for this one. Actually, it looks like they want to keep them away more from that mid lane to get the push in.
This is a smarter option indeed. If Alliance can get the tower, that's what counts. Mima is about to run out of his ultimate, is still very tanky and scary, and even with that kill, Alliance need to back away. The threats are Moops and Mr. Rolls, and they weren't able to shut them down. But a nice win, considering Super Hot Crew initiated, they burned the teleport for that, and Wicked still has his available.
Yep, and this tower, they need to protect this one though, Alliance. They can't afford to just back straight off from this. Moops is able to keep them fairly far away from it. And we can see that the bottom lane is actually pushed heavily as well on that inner turret.
Yeah, Alliance needs to send somebody there to respond to it, or try to wait for Tabs' True Shot Barrage. Allow that to try and push out the minions. Wicked has already taken the duty of defending the top, and ironically, after the fight, after Alliance trying to push mid, they lose their own mid outer turret. And that's definitely not something you want to be seeing. Maybe they just didn't anticipate it. They weren't expecting Super Hot Crew to jump on them. You see Impaler, Salt and Batteries available. He's going in.
Yeah, going in there on towards Froggen, who may be in trouble. He's already used his movement, and that is not going to be him getting away. It's Moops that actually finished it off from the backside. And that is another kill for Moops. 4-2-0 with a death cap done now.
Very patient play from Super Hot Crew. They sat themselves in the bush. They waited for somebody to go past. Now they keep the 5-man push on. They're going to take this turret. There's only 2 members of Alliance there. Tabs has only just recalled. And Super Hot Crew secure their 4th tower of the game and give themselves... It's only 1,000 gold, which is something that's good for Alliance. But the map control sits with Super Hot Crew.
Yeah, 4-2. There's a big wave for the taking on that top lane as well here on the Super Hot Crew's inner turret. But the bottom lane remains completely intact. The mid lane being stripped open, of course, from Alliance's side of things. And this gold keeps swinging around. That last dragon fight brought it back towards Alliance. Super Hot Crew with that push back there, bringing it in their favor. You have to wonder where the next swing's going to come in.
Yeah, this is a very good decision now, realizing the minion wave is pushing down to the bottom, thanks to Wicked actually, Tabs rather, defending it a little bit earlier. But they've got to be a little careful. The 2 carries, if they catch Shook, Shook could be killed. Explosive Cask is available right now. They're going to throw it in.
Here we go, Moops coming out there. He's actually saving it off from this one. There's a lot of damage from the rest of the team. The Culling comes through the wall. Moops actually going in, and Wicked uses the Unstoppable Force to get out to Dragon.
Unstoppable Force and Flash used defensively just to get out. Moops being a little bit hesitant there. If it maybe got the damage down with the Explosive Cask, could have picked themselves up yet another kill. But Super Hot Crew are reading and reacting to Alliance's play perfectly. They always seem to be in the right place. They always seem to take advantage when Alliance are caught out. And that's why they've got this extra tower lead right now.
But will they be able to last it and push through for it? That's the difficult thing in this scenario against players like, well, I'm just going to say Froggen and Wicked, because they've been in a scenario where they've been behind and had to defend so many times that you can't really count that. And we also saw them yesterday, risky Baron plays. Will that kind of thing come into play here again?
Well, one of the things that is quite different between that game and this game now is the factor of Ziggs. When you think about Ziggs as a defender, it's something Deficio's been talking about extensively. He's basically the new Anivia because he can stall games out, clears waves very quickly. Millennium had the problem against SK. They couldn't get through Jez's Ziggs. As I'm waffling, Shook, I thought Impaler was going to go in there, just clearing the golems. We'll finish the story in a second. Shook has been sitting in this bush for a long time.
Yeah,
a very long time.
Maybe trying to bait them out to have a go at Froggen. Just wait for them to go a little bit too far on that bottom lane. What? Ral's playing this one super smart, even throws the ward in there, and Shook's like, damn it, that's time wasted now.
Not falling for the tricks at all. And back to the Ziggs thing. If Froggen had picked Ziggs, it was available in this matchup, was not banned, was not taken away. It's a champion that can do well against Gragas, and if Super Hot Crew keep playing this map, keep playing the tower game and the minion game, Ziggs with his Mega Inferno Bomb can clear waves, can control lanes while applying pressure with your team. And it's something that they're a little bit lacking right now. So we'll see how the rest of this game pans out as Alliance are even on kills. Again, they're only 1,000 gold down, but the tempo of the game is in favor of Super Hot Crew.
If we look at the CS here as well, some things have stayed the same. Something switching over slightly. We can see the AD carries. Rolls does maintain that advantage that he's had pretty much the entire game. Mid lane, though, has swung over. Those 4 kills as well for Moops. Really nice for him, and that's because of that wave clear that he really has now that the barrel is strong enough. He's got himself an extra blasting one in there as well. Both AD carries have the Trinity Force finished, and that Blade of the Ruin King for the extra kite ability that we talked about earlier on is in for tabs as well. And we see that we've already started to have a lot of movement around Baron. There's pink wards in there that'll start to be cleared out a couple of times. Actually, teleport coming down. Wicked might get caught out of this one. He will actually go away. Use of the unstoppable force, though, and that's not what they need.
Not right now. The thing is, Alliance are still setting up to pick a fight here. There's no unstoppable, so if Froggen doesn't kill somebody very quickly, this could turn bad. Froggen is caught on the opposite side of his team. The rest of Superhot crew, I think they realize it, and they're going to start the siege up. They've got a lot of very good poke, and if anyone gets caught by that hook, you can expect Vio Dr. Mundo to go under the tower.
Oh, the culling coming out. Didn't do any killing, though. Shook managed to get himself out of range of that one. And in the end, the wave will be cleared. There was the hook coming out. Shook just sidestepping that one. And they have to wait here, because if they get into a fight without unstoppable force, you have to feel that Superhot crew are going to have not just the advantage, but quite a large one.
Yeah, definitely the case. I think for Alliance's combination to work, they need to stun and hold in place multiple members so that Kha'Zix and LeBlanc have the time to kill them. There's 2 things I want to touch on in the items. Is we have 3 sweeping lenses on the side of Alliance and an Atma's Impaler that has been picked up by Wicked. He's really committing to this mixed damage type of build. Atma's Impaler is going to give you a decent chunk of AD based on your total health. You do see now Froggen caught out. He goes on Impaler, doesn't catch him though.
Impaler's gone very deep from this one. Actually, he's going to come over with a lantern into the rest of the team. There's a barrel right down the middle. Shook is going to fall. That's 1 kill apiece right now, though. Rolls is actually chasing down on towards Nif on the bottom side. That should be a kill for him. Will get it actually finished off. 2 kills now. Can they chase in? Wicked. He's got his unstoppable force in. Will go in there with that one. Moops coming back into the fight. Wicked is still alive, but incredibly low. Mr. Rolls picks up himself a 3rd kill of it, and that will be a 3 for 2 for Superhot crew. But will they go back now towards Baron?
This is the exact person we were talking about in the pregame. We wanted to see Mr. Rolls in a position where you can get fed and make an impact in the game. 3 kills in that team fight because Alliance were out of position. They were a little bit spread throughout the jungle. The chain